Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna go over the remix I did of Misfit Toys by Pusha T and Mako. So it started off with just getting the original song. And on here we have OTT. We have this thing. This is a thing that Sultan made. I'd definitely go check out his channel. I'll link that in the description. And we've also got an EQ. Getting rid of the lows. And that's all that is. What else we got? We have this. Well, I'll play the first little bit actually.
I declare war on anybody standing in the way of what I dream for. How could you ignore the ones that are...
There you go. I have altered this remix slightly since I last uploaded it, or when I uploaded it. So it's a lot more louder and it'll sound a bit different. So the main like metal-y kind of like wow 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 in the background is this. So you've got two things here. This thing. Once again, like my last video, I use stacks quite a bit now because I just find it's got some cool noises in there. I think I might have hit the randomize button on this one, I'm not sure, but it's the kind of swarm thing. I don't know what I did to this, but I can tell you that there's a saturator on there. And there's an EQ. We've also got this. Once again, is stacks. Automating it a little bit. It's just stacks doing stacks things. We've also got an overdrive on that one. I think I'm adding white noise or like clarity with that one. Oh no, I'm doing that. And then we've got that EQ. What else we got in this first bit? The drums. They're really simple. It's this kick layered up with this kick. This kick's been got the. I just wanted the the blippiness of this kick. So those two. This snare, and this one, and this one. This one for like the room. This one because I needed more of a transient, and this one. I don't know. It's got a bit of reverb on it as well. So I don't tend to use clicky hi-hats, and when I do want a clicky hi-hat, I don't like clicky hi-hats. So what I do is I get a soft shaker noise instead and use that. I find it's a lot more better than like a clicky hi-hat. It's just like a hi-hat is so annoying to me. There's this thing. It's just a little like metal snare sample with like roomy reverb on it, and then I'm picking out a frequency that I want it from it. There you go. The sub. So there's two layers to this sub. This one, it's meant to be like a wide version of it, but like without any lows. But I didn't really widen it too much, so. And then there's this one. This is just a NASCO preset. It's the Ultra Sub preset. It's my main sub for everything though nowadays. We got the vocals.
I declare war on anybody standing in the way of what I dream for. How could you ignore the ones that are voiceless, scream from the poor?
For a already jam-packed song, the vocal remover wasn't like it did quite a good job. This is got a replica on it, giving it a like slap back effect. Two compressors in series, quotation marks, because I don't know if these are in series or not, but I swear they are. Anyway, um, I like to, as I said in the last thing, I like to put a G clip on the in between the two compressors, to like give it a fuzzy tone. So
I declare war.
you can kind of hear it. You can see it working there.
I declare war on anybody standing in the way of what I dream for. How could you ignore the ones that are voice?
Quite nice. Got a reverb, which is being used in some parts. Same with the saturator, EQ, and then reverb, and then this one below it.
I declare war on anybody.
This one is auto tuning, and then pitch throwing it like down basically, and it's like on the 7th of his like thing, I don't know, 7 semitones down. Then this auto tune is just
I declare war on anybody.
kind of expanding it really.
I declare war.
This thing here, you might not believe me, but that is this noise here, and I will show you how I made that. You get this, you go into beats, you go on to keep on transient, and just and that's how I made that noise. I've obviously pitched this one down, but that's how I made that like melly popping noise. It's just the vocal chop. And then that is literally it for the start. It's quite like simple. And then we got this thing. Oh god, this is gonna be an interesting one to break down. This is a pretty old preset. Right. Serum on this thing. Literally just a saw wave with the unison of 2, the phase and the random all the way down, up 1 octave, with distortion. This isn't like a variant of Nero God 2.0, which you can get on the Black Cloud Collective store for free. I'm pretty sure. If from when I last checked, I can't remember. There's the width is all the way down. I'll link the normal version of this Nero bass in the description as well, if I can find it. I don't know if it's still up. It won't sound like this one though, just for like a disclaimer. There's an erosion on it, there's a vocoder, there's the Excellent Sound Fat Rack. Well, I think it's the Excellent Sound one. Someone please like tell me if it is. There's the EQ, more like filtering, more compression, Le Funk, another fat rack, Jesus Christ, an EQ, then a glue compressor. What? Wait. I mean, if it works, it works. So yeah, that's that noise, and it's obviously being pitch bend as well. And then yeah, that's like basically the start bit, so I'll play that again.
I declare war on anybody standing in the way of what I dream for. How could you ignore the ones that are voiceless, scream from the poor? They only hear the score. I do it for the underground kings that don't need more. I'm kicking down your door. If I wonder why you got a pocket full of green for, it's all about the get back. It's hard to get.
I'll explain this section. The only thing that's new is this. This is a little, like, kalimba, another NASCO preset, actually. Cool little preset. I think I've altered it a little bit here, I'm not sure. And then I've got this saturator on it, and I've just, like, turned it onto Wave Shaper, like, put it on 28, and then turn this down a bit. Put the drive all the way up, the depth to 73, and the linear, whatever it's called, I swear it's linear, but I don't actually remember the LIN, to 48.4, and then you get that weird wave shape, and you get that like interesting distortion. EQ, reverb, and then auto pan. It's almost like a ring mod kind of like effect because of how the auto pans working, automating the rate. Like, I wouldn't blame you if you thought, like, when it hit here and here, it was like not ring mod. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Doing some funky hi-hat stuff. These are more clicky ones. It's still the same shaker. I think I've just taken, like, the attack more, like, given it more attack or something. Oh, that snare. That's from the original song. It's like a little
Green for.
It's somewhere, I don't know.
Green for. Full of green for.
It's a little bit out of the original song that I just, like, did that with, because I wanted a little extra thing in there.
Got a pocket full of green for. It's all about the get back. It's hard to give.
There is this bit.
Live at. I can get you kidnapped. These kids ain't playing with you, acting like
All the same stuff as before.
live rap. And all those little mishaps that only happen to you misfits. I'm here to fix that.
This is where it changes up a little bit. So we've got this thing again. Just the same as over here. We've got like this breakdown section. So some weird ass chords that you can't really hear in the background. Just like an extra little thing. The drums are now a little heavier because we've got this in the mix. And no hi-hat, so there is my favorite Reese that I use on everything. What have I done? Yeah, we've got this Reese. I made this a while ago. I explained it in the breakdown before this video, but I'll explain it briefly again. Saw waves, tons of distortion, tons of like dynamic stuff. Yeah, whatever. Compression, distortion, compression, distortion, EQ, compression, and that's it. Roughly. The vocals. Now the reverb is on them, and now the saturator is on them, and what else we got? The G clip is now being turned off, and so is the replica. And yeah, that's it. I just realized that sounds horrible. In the background, we got the start sample again. We got some extra little stuff here. What setting did I have this on? I never know what setting Ableton has this on by default. It pees me off a lot. Anyway. These are all things I recorded myself, and I just slowed them down, so... Recorded that. Recorded that. Recorded that. This is got a frequency shifter on it, just chucking it down a few frequencies. And yeah, that's that section as well. It's really simple, this thing. I might make this available to the public. I might, yeah, so I might send this out. I'm not sure. I'll send this Reese out if people want it in the comments. I don't mind. And then we've got this section.
Rich get richer while the poor pickpocket. Swipes Maxwell till the cops come knocking. Rich get richer while the poor pickpocket. Swipes Maxwell till the cops come knocking. Have or have not, being broke is not an option.
So first thing we have is we have this nuisance. It's surprising that adds enough character in there. Like,
rich get richer while the poor.
You can hear it in the background, but then if I turn it off,
rich get richer while the poor pickpocket.
It's just missing it.
Rich get richer while the rich get richer while the rich get richer while.
You know, there's a little laser noise, literally just maximum hell, basically unison all the way up, on both of these, and then these are both like phase and random on both of them are both all the way down, and then G tune is just like being put in an area where it's just the most lasery to my liking. Distortion, hyper, EQ, and yeah, that's how you get that noise. So altogether, wait, am I done explaining? It's the same bass as before, same Nero. Yep, all the same stuff. This has got like a telephone EQ on it now. Oh, there's a little... It's a gun. I recorded this while I was in college one time. And got that nice... This is a Virtual Riot sample. Used in like every single one of my songs and his Virtual Riot songs. So yeah, go shout out to Virtual Riot, even though it's not much of a shout out. Anyway.
Rich get richer while the poor pickpocket. Swipes Maxwell till the cops come knocking. Have or have not, being broke is not an option. Sign at the time when you gotta think for watches. When you the plug in the socket, and the powers that be can't stop it. So obnoxious, borderline toxic. Both sides go to war like a mosh pit. Now let me switch up the optics.
There we have like a little metally boom 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 boom. it's literally just this thing, like layering with this thing. So if I play them together, and that's how you get that. Like, see, these things are important.
Now let me switch up the optics. Our neighborhoods held us hostage.
The sub from here switches from this mayhem back to what it was at the start. Just to give you a sense of familiarity, if that's how you say the word, and also to change up the rhythm a bit.
Now let me switch up the optics.
Because actually, I remember why I did that. He says.
Now let me switch up the optics.
So I decided to, I thought optics, so gun noise. And then I decided to add a different rhythm to the bass, but it's just the start rhythm, but slightly altered from what I remember, maybe. And because of that, he's switching up like the song basically because of that. The song is switching to a different rhythm because he's saying, "Let me switch up the optics," equaling that.
Switch up the optics. Our neighborhoods held us hostage. Some nights we slept in our closets.
And then after that, we got this bit.
Need me beside them now.
This is the same as over here, but we've just got this now for the drums. We've got no more kick, like this is the only kick that plays for this bit. Then a more heavier snare than over here. Hold up. There you go. That's literally all the same stuff. The Reese does some more funky things like this here. I like this bit. And then there's metal noise hell. So we've now got this bit, which is what I like to call metal noise hell. So this is literally just a bunch of, I literally searched up metal on Splice and downloaded every sample I heard and just chucked them all in, put them in like a rhythmic order, and then I got this. So the first track here. Yep. I actually think I might have searched up like cowbell and then downloaded all like the weird different cowbell samples because these sound like, yeah, cowbell. Oh, wait, hold up. I think this is the same snare as what's up here playing here. No, it's a similar one though. Yes, so this bullet drop, I thought a bullet drop would be a good idea because this song, like the actual song, not the remix I made, but the actual song, it's from Arcane, like everything I talk about is nowadays. A, it's from Arcane, and B, it was kind of a reference to it's like a reference no one's gonna get, but it was a kind of a reference to the other song in Arcane that's more rappy, like this one. Oh, what's it? Dynasties and Dystopia, and I love the vibe of that one. I'm not gonna remix that one because it's already too much of a masterpiece. Um, not like mine is. Anyway, um, basically, I thought like, man, it would be cool to have some like gun drops and stuff, like gun bullet drops and stuff, because it'd be cool to like reference like the show in that way, because it's like full of like these little foley bits and stuff, and I love it. It's sick. So that was my conclusion on that thing. But yeah. Just muck about with your like metal noises, guys. It's like it's just that easy. I love this one. I heard it on Splice, and I knew it was just like gonna be an immediate like I need that in there, because like this whole section. If that wasn't in there, like, I mean, it's still all right, but it just adds that extra oomph to the section. Just adds the tension that I wanted. So yeah, then you get the next part.
I told you don't play with the misfits. Must be deaf, dumb, and blind, you a triplet. Don't you make me erase your existence. All by my lonely, need no assistance. Any disrespect gets.
So I keep the metal noises in there. Everything literally the same.
I told you don't play with the misfits.
I really wanted a like super fuzzy tone for this, so I like put the clip on this all the way down to 15. So that it would just be like a brick on the waveform.
I told you don't play with the misfits. Must be deaf, dumb, and blind, you a triplet. Don't you?
I really wanted that fuzzy tone for this bit. It would just make it feel right up, like close and personal.
I told you don't play with the misfits. Must be deaf, dumb, and blind, you a triplet. Don't you make me erase your existence. All by my lonely, need no assistance. Any disrespect gets met.
That's the drums. Oh, this one's like, oh god. So this kick, I just found it on Splice and I thought it was great, and I use it in a bunch of things. Same snare. That's an interesting thing to have in this. I think it was just for that extra like mid frequency like oomph. Rhythm clap, and then you get. And I really like this hi-hat roll. Once again, soft shakers. But I like how it rolls here because it just adds that extra bit of like tension to this bit.
I told you don't play with the.
It's great. That synth again. But this time you can hear it almost in the different rhythm because the drum patterns changed up, which means the side chains changed up, which means the rhythm that this is playing or that you can hear is slightly different.
I told you don't play with the.
But that's also due to just like the sheer amount of other noises like basically layering with it. But yeah, no, like there's a nice little that goes in between your ears when this section plays, and it's this thing, but you can't tell that it's this thing when you play it on your on its own.
I told you don't play with the.
It's such a like. You can kind of get there if I play it with the drums, the samples, the drums and the samples. There you go. This noise layered with all this crap really like lends it in there, and you can just hear it. It's like this. It feels like machinery moving. That's why I like about it. Like, yeah.
I told you don't play with the Misfit.
It just feels like so dystopian. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that section. Oh wait, I forgot about talk about the sub. Hold up. Different sub. I think. Oh yeah, okay, right. No, it's the same sub, but I've just basically like flattened it out, so it's just like a line on the MIDI. Because I don't need to add any rhythm into it since the sidechain is doing that for me. If I just play this with the sidechain. Actually, wait, I can just play the sidechain channel. You'll also notice this has got a very thick sidechain. Like, well, that doesn't really help, but like, it's just to make those drums pop through like as much as they can.
I told you don't play with the Misfits. Must be deaf, dumb, and blind, you a triplet. Don't you make me erase your existence. All by my lonely, need no assistance. Any disrespect gets met with the vengeance. Burn down gossip and hid it.
After that section, we have this. I like this noise. It's just the same Reese again. And then that Reese, reason I did that is because there's a bit in here that does the same thing. But it's not as like epic. It's just like a. I'm just like, okay, why not? Why not just make it even more cool? And then this is all just copy and pasted, and then that's it. That is literally the whole song. Because there's nothing new here than like what I've shown before. There's that, and then that's yep, that's it. On the master. Oh my god, here we go. What is all this? Why is there VR2 at home on here? I don't remember putting that on here. Anyway, on the master just now is this, but I can show you how I mastered it before. So the one that is out, the version of this that is out on SoundCloud and YouTube and all that is using this master here. This is the reason why I kept this master chain on here. It was literally just because like, oh, I might want to make a breakdown video. So it's a very dumb, stupid master chain. Basically, all this does is it EQ doing the same thing, but it's getting rid of the lows, and it's like doing the same thing as it's just mid and side stuff. Compression, limiter, copy that if you want, and then yeah, the reason it's like that's very quiet. Like this is a very quiet mix.
I told you don't play with the Misfits. Must be deaf, dumb.
But basically, the goal of this version of the master was to get it to -15 or -14 LUFs. Then I realized I don't really care about LUFs anymore. But yeah, that was the goal for that master. So, but recently I've came back to this project for other reasons, and literally just came in and stuck this other master on it that I made. This is the crazy master, which I had on the previous breakdown, which I fully explained on there. So please go watch the end of the previous breakdown, the video before this video, because I'm not going to explain this whole thing on here again, because it's literally, I think it's the same thing. No, it's not. Never mind. Only thing that's different to the previous video is there's not a tape distortion, there's not a second EQ. It's literally the same thing other than that, and the threshold is at -7.5, and on this one it's at 3 to 1, and then it's 13 -13 and -15. That's the only like couple differences. So please go watch the previous video for that. But other than that, I think that's me done this recording. I am gonna totally edit this. Totally. No, I'm not. Um, I'm gonna just chuck this on YouTube. So I will see you there, or hope you enjoyed watching this video, even. And I'll see you next time. Bye.